I got little man's hanging out with me today. He really hates this ring light, so like he doesn't like to sit in front of it. I think it's too bright for his eyes. How do you think? Is it too bright for you? Is it too bright for you? He'll probably get up like 2 seconds into this video and leave me because I do stupid shit like this. oh, I thought he was leaving. Hi, honey. Thanks. Okay, so don't mind, shit's a mess. I'm trying to clean. I've got a lot to do today, and I wanted to just chat with you guys and say, like, hi, for one. He's actually sitting with me. It's so strange. It's so strange. But I have a lot to do. Mama Savage is gonna be here either like late tonight or like super early tomorrow morning. We've got a busy work week ahead, but I'm looking forward to it. I'd much rather be busy than not. Oh, see, there he goes. You wanna stay with me? Right here? Okay. But I still wanted to get on and have like my weekly chat with you guys. So recently, and I mean not even recently, I've been really annoyed with the fact that if you're in a relationship, you can't have like an opposite sex close friend, and that's so annoying to me. Because is it annoying to you too? You don't like it either? What do you think? There it goes. But I just want to talk about that for like a minute, because it bothers me so much. And I've been on the other side where I didn't want my significant other to be close with certain people, but that wasn't like, at first in the beginning of the relationship, it was fine, but then he broke my trust and didn't communicate with me, so then I got offended by other people that he was talking to because he wasn't talking to me or communicating with me. So I understand, and I'm a very insecure person, so that didn't help on top of it, and that's something I need to work on and like work on myself. But it's still, I mean, it's still an annoying situation. Like, it's not like I didn't want him to have girlfriends, because I have guy friends, and I'm very, I don't know, I have a lot of friends that are close with me, but like a good portion of the people that I talk to on a daily basis are men. And that's just how I've been. I grew up with all boys pretty much. Like I mean, I've got like younger sisters now. I have my older sister, but she had other things going on. She wasn't around through a certain like growth period in my life, and my mom also wasn't there during that period of my life. So it was just me and my dad and my two brothers. So I grew up around dudes for a good chunk of my like main growth period, I'll say. So it was just comfortable for me to be around men. That's just how it was. I mean, I was on a cheerleading team, I was on gymnastics teams, but it was just, I don't know, I only got along with certain people, not everybody, obviously. I mean, that's how it is, you can't get along with everybody, but mostly men. I've always just been close to men, so I would never want to take that away from my significant other if he is in the same kind of position that I was in. But things got messed up because he didn't communicate with me, and he just downright lied. So that too. But beside that point, because that's not the path I'm trying to go down for this conversation, but I just think it's really stupid that people can't communicate to make their significant other feel better. But again, as I say, for literally everything, what is going on with my hair? It's a mess. It's fine. I haven't washed it in like 4 days, but that's typical. It always goes back to communication. This is such a weird angle. Hold on. Okay. Like I say, it always goes back to communication and how you communicate with your significant other. It always comes back to communication. It always comes back to how easily you can communicate with someone else, how easily you can tell someone how you're feeling, how easily you can say what you need in your relationship, how easily you can ask someone else to communicate with you. Now, taking a couple steps backwards to my last relationship, I expressed a lot of those things, and maybe it wasn't in the best way a lot of times because I'm very passionate and like I get angry easily, and sometimes when I'm talking it seems like I'm angry because I'm more aggressive in that kind of way, which I'm also working on, but I still made it known that these are the things that I need and these are the things that are going to help me. That's what you need to do in every relationship, so that way it's just all on the table in the beginning, because like that's what all the shit happens. Like you start finding out about somebody, you learn all their little tics and all their little things, and then sometimes it gets wacky and you're like, wow, I really can't stand this fucking person. Is what it is. I mean, that's just kind of how you figure out if you are meant to be with somebody or not. Or maybe you just, I don't know, not meant to be with someone in this part of your life. I don't know. But this bothers me. So recently and this has happened multiple times with a lot of different people, and they just like we're not like super close, we're not like friends, we don't talk every day, we're just like, if I see you in public, I'm gonna say hi, I'm gonna chat with you, I'm gonna see how you're doing, we like each other's posts, we respond to each other on social media, crap like that. And like I consider that like a friend. Like you're not a close friend, you're not like somebody that I like tell everything to, but like you're still in my life, like you're a friend. And this has happened with a lot of people where they just will delete me off of Instagram, Snapchat, blah blah blah, probably block my number, but I wouldn't know because I don't talk to you that often. If you did, whatever. But then I like look on your page and see it's because you're in a relationship. That's great. I'm happy you're happy. No reason to not be happy that you're happy. Why the fuck do you have to block me though? It's stupid. Like it's not like we talk every day. It's not like something like that. So it really bothers me. And then this is where it like bothers me the most, is because you'll delete me and then once you and whoever aren't together anymore, you re-add me. Quit it. Just stop. Like if you can easily just kick me out of your life because you're in a relationship, just leave me out of it. If you can kick me out that easily, leave me out. I don't need to be back in it because you clearly don't have the same respect for me that I do for you. And you clearly don't have the same communication with your new person at all. And like, I don't even know that you need to communicate that I was a part of your life. Just the fact that like, you know me. Cool. That's it. You know me. Like, we didn't date. We didn't like have this extensive relationship where I talk to you every day. You weren't like an intimate best friend. None of the above. So the fact that you just like keep removing me and like re-adding me is so unnecessary. Either remove me and keep me removed, or just like don't remove me. Like, why? Is it because like your significant other has like this like controlling aspect, or is it because like you just can't control yourself and you don't know how to communicate and say like, oh, we're just friends, like it's literally just somebody that I know? You can't do that. I just don't understand the disconnect there. Like, someone told me it was because they remove all of the girls that they know out of respect for their new significant other. What? So you literally every time, which it's been pretty freaking consistent, every time that you get a new girl, you remove all the girls that you've like slept with or been friends with. You take the time to do that, and then take the time again once you guys aren't together anymore to re-add them all? How is that not exhausting? Like, and like, don't get me wrong, I've blocked people because of a relationship before, but I didn't do it consistently, and I didn't do it out of respect for the other person that I was with. I did it because I felt I needed to do it, because I wanted these people in my life in a certain way, and they could not be in my life in that way. So, I don't know. It's different than like every other week I get a new boyfriend, and then I'm deleting you and re-adding you and deleting you and re-adding you. That's so dumb. Like, just leave me out of your life. I don't need to be there, clearly. Like, if you can easily, like, cut me out that quickly, then throw me away completely. Honestly. Like, just go. Just leave. Like, bye. And then another point, another little thing that bothers me is that one of my closest friends, he's in a relationship, he's been in one for a while. He's happy. I want nothing more than for him to be happy. But we apparently, like, can't be friends anymore. Now, I know that I've been on the other side because I am insecure and I have wanted people to remove people out of their life. And I would get it if it was, I would understand more that you would want me out of your significant other's life if I consistently talked to them every day. If I was always up their ass, if I was messaging them constantly all through the night, sending them Snapchats, sending them stupid videos, sending them meat, like, if I was just, like, consistently up their asshole, and then you were like, tell her to back off, I get it. I get it. I do. What I don't get is that someone needs to take a step back because, like, for what reason? The last time I talked to this person was on Thanksgiving. I don't even think I said Merry Christmas. And then before that was that same month of November when I said happy birthday. That is the most friend type of conversations that you will fucking ever have. Literally, happy birthday, how are you? Good? Great. Okay. Talk to you when it's my fucking birthday. Like, that's literally how basic these conversations are. And what I don't get is, like, I get if she's insecure, I get if there's issues, but I don't get that I just have to be completely, essentially removed from your life for no fucking reason. No reason. It really bothers me. It does. It's just annoying to me. Like, why? And, like, in my last video, I was saying how annoying it is that people in relationships, like, talk to me and, like, send me messages and stuff like that. But that's different than being someone's friend. Like, it's different if you were to comment on my makeup and be like, hey, that looks really good. Cool, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Like, done. Not, like, what other people are doing while they're in a relationship and they're messaging me, asking me for pictures or something. No! Like, I'm not going to give you them, for one. 2, fuck off. And 3, dude, fuck off. And break up with your girlfriend to do her a favor because you're kind of a piece of shit. But it just really bothers me that, and it's both-sided. Like, it's not just the person and, like, it's not just the girl and it's not just the guy. And it's just literally everything. That's what bugs me. Because honestly, if people could just communicate and say, like, this is how I feel, it would be so much better and things would be so much better if people could just say that. And then that's when you figure out your boundaries. Like, don't talk to someone who has a significant other every single day unless you've been around since you were 2. But even then, like, you don't need to talk to them every day. That's why they have someone else. Like, that's why they're with someone else, to have someone else to talk to every single day, to be with someone every single day. And the other person just needs to cope with that, and they need to figure that out. Like, you guys are not together. Find someone else to talk to all the time. You've got family, you've got friends, like, for real. So just figure out, I just, like, don't understand why people cannot just respect boundaries. Because if you respect boundaries and you communicate, there's no reason, literally no reason, that someone of the opposite sex cannot be friends with someone in a relationship. I truly believe that. As long as both parties respect boundaries and both parties communicate. All three, technically, if you're counting the other person that's trying to, like, be friends or be in this group, okay? Communication, like, loyalty, and boundaries. Boundaries. Respect them. It's not that hard. If it is that hard, then I don't know, man. It's not hard. Like, it's really not. It's common sense to respect someone's boundaries. I just don't get it. Why is it so hard? It shouldn't be. And it's not. And, like, I understand that emotions get involved and that, like, there's jealousy and that there's, like, things like that. Why? Like, all I'm saying is just respect boundaries and just be a loyal person. Communicate. Open your mouth. If your, like, significant other is doing something that's bothering you, say it. Open your mouth. And then you can't get mad at them when they're responding and saying how they feel. Remember that. Remember that. If you are allowed to say what you're feeling and you are, and if you can come out and just say, this is how I feel and why, just put it all on the table, leave it at that, let them either process it for a minute, let them sit there and, like, understand how you're feeling, or at least try to, and then let them respond. Don't cut them off. If they didn't, like, they shouldn't cut you off and you should not cut them off. Let them finish explaining how they feel after you lay it all out. Let them respond. And then understand their response. Then you can talk about it, and then it gets better. That's how it works. Like, I will never understand how people are just so okay with, like, oh, well, he keeps doing this, but, like, it's not a big deal. Because it's like, I don't know, he'll figure it out, like, he'll change it. No, because he probably doesn't even know that it's bothering you. He probably doesn't know that it's been getting under your skin for the past 6 months, and you're just sitting here getting anxious and angry and just messaging your girlfriends because you're so mad. If it keeps becoming consistent, then yeah, there's kind of an issue there, and you should either talk about changing it or talk about not being together anymore. Sucks to say it, but it's just what it is. If it doesn't change, it's just not meant to be. So it just really bothers me that I see it so much that nobody can be friends with anybody because people are so insecure and people, like, don't communicate well. Like, I need to be reassured all the time. Like, pretty much every day. I need to be told that, like, you still care for me, you still love me, and you still want me around. Because that's just how I am. And if you give me all those things, I have no reason not to believe that. If you consistently tell me and get it in my head every single day that you're here for me and that you're not lying behind my back, because that's shitty. Which also happens, which again is another reason why I need that reassurance all the time, is because a lot of times I would get that fake reassurance and then guess what? They were cheating on you. How fun. So that's the type of person I am, and that's what I need. And I make that very clear when I'm talking to somebody, because that's just how I am, and I know that. And it's really not that hard, even if you've been in a relationship for a while, to just sit down and have that conversation. Does it make people's stomach tight when you're like, we need to talk? Yeah, because it's, like, awkward and uncomfortable, and a lot of people don't know how to talk. So you have to work with the person that you're with and make it comfortable for both of you to talk about stuff like that. That's just what it is. And I just don't understand why it has to be so hard all the time. Because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But that's pretty much it. Kind of my rant for the day. If you want to keep adding me and re-adding me, I'm just gonna do what I've been doing and just not add you back so you can see all my shit, but I don't care about yours because I'm tired of re-adding you back when you've removed me out of your life 6 times or whatever. So it is what it is. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. It's just annoying, and I don't need to keep feeding into it, honestly. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for listening. Tell me how you feel and like what you think about it, like being friends with opposite sex while you're in a relationship. What are your experiences? Anything like that, or if you just want to say hi, like, hey, what's going on? I'll chat with you. But yeah, thanks for coming by. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Remember to follow all of the socials. Everything's linked down below. All that fun stuff. All that fun stuff. Everything's down below. Brother's account information is also down below. And I'll see you guys next week.